Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Neoverse. I'm your host, Neo. In the Neoverse, we explore a vast amounts of topics from Neo Motorsport, which is anything to do with motorsport, Formula One, rally, rally cross, hill climbs, anything of the sort. Neo Motorsport is involved when it comes to racing. Also in the Neoverse, we have Neo Self, which is the home of multi-dimensional healing, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. And we use the Hermetic principles as our core for Neo Self, because we have found that the seven Hermetic principles, that there are more, but the seven basic ones govern our reality. Meaning, if you study these seven laws, you will gain a clearer understanding of our shared reality. Also, in the Neoverse, we explore media, music, dance. You know what I'm saying? But all of these things that we speak about within the Neoverse, they're gonna be coming bit by bit. They're not gonna come all at once. Right now, we're focusing on Neo Self. Our aim is to get the collective consciousness up to raise people's awareness. You know, that's the goal with Neo Self. All right, but yeah, let's just quickly go over the Hermetic principles, right? All right, the first one, the principle of mentalism. The all is mind, the universe is mental. Everything originates in consciousness. Reality is fundamentally mental in nature, not purely physical. Change the mind and you change the experience of reality. Love that law so much. To me, that basically means mental health conditions are man made because this law basically states that your mind is what creates your reality. Just because your mind is showing you a different reality to someone else doesn't necessarily mean that what you're experiencing is a lie. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue. We'll go into deeper after. The law, the principle of correspondence. As above, so below, as below, so above. Patterns repeat across all levels of existence, mental, physical, and spiritual. Understanding yourself helps you understand the universe and vice versa. I'm a test I'm a testament to this law because as soon as I understood myself, I understood reality on all different levels, mental, physical, and spiritual. But I just took the time to study and learn myself, to raise my self-awareness. All right, the next one is the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything is in constant motion. Even things that appear solid or still, like me and you. You know what I'm saying? You may think that I'm solid and I'm still right now, but I'm just vibrating so quick that I appear this way. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not. If I start eating more fruits and veg and do a lot more fasting, you will be able to see that I am vibrating at a different rate to other people. You just have to build your self-awareness, build your ability to see. All right. Next is the principle of polarity. Everything is dual, everything has poles. Opposites are actually the same thing at a different degree. Hot to cold, light to dark. All the same, just a different version of the same thing. You can transform one state into another by moving along the spectrum. You can turn cold into hot by slowly heating up whatever it is that you are trying to heat up. You know what I'm saying? Love can quickly turn to hate so quick because they're the same thing. You know what I'm saying? This is how you can have a friend that you love so much. They can love you so much. You're so close, but then something happens and you both hate each other. It's because that same feeling of love that you had for each other turns to hate. Crazy, isn't it? This is why the ones that can harm you are always the ones closest to you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the next one, the principle of a rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. Love it. Life moves in cycles. We rise, we fall, expand, and contract. Awareness of rhythm allows you to prepare for lows and ride the highs wisely. No one can ever stay happy for a long time, forever. So this one basically teaches you when you're in a high state, happy state, ride that wave and enjoy it. For when the other side comes, the low state, you must learn to survive it, to own it, which is very difficult. All right. The next one is the principle of cause and effect. Cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Everything follows law. Mastery comes from becoming a conscious. Oh, jeez, my bad. Mastery comes from becoming a conscious cause rather than an unconscious effect. Whoa! Yeah. Especially when you have neurodiversity. This one here, you need to pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? When you let's give you an example, bipolar disorder. You know what I'm saying? When you just suddenly switch and you're negative, right? That's you becoming an unconscious effect. What you need to do is become a conscious cause. Yeah. This will give you the ability to control all of your triggers and all of these different things because you now know you are the cause. You mustn't become an unconscious effect to others. Whew. Anyway, and lastly, we have the principle of gender. Gender is in everything: masculine, active, directive, and feminine, receptive, and creative. Energy. Jeez, my bad. These energies exist in all things. Creation happens through the balance of these two forces, not biological sex. Hmm. So the reason we are able and animals are able to have offspring is because of the meeting of masculine and feminine energies in in their respective physical representations, which are males and females, basically. So it's not just about the sex; it's about the energies. You see what I'm saying? Because you can have two masculine energies and they won't create life. You can have two feminine energies having sex and they won't create life. So it's about the meeting of masculine and feminine. You feel me? All right. Personally, I live following these laws because when I was younger, I found that religion didn't answer my questions. You know what I'm saying? Because religion, you can use science to pick apart religion. And we all know science deals with facts rather than belief. And we know that beliefs can be manipulated. Beliefs can be manipulated. You see what I'm saying? So this is why whew, I had to go into my spiritual bag, you know what I'm saying? And go back to what the ancients used to believe in and used to live, guide their lives with. And this is what I found works for me because it describes my reality, our reality. We know that everything vibrates, nothing is stationary, everything moves. We know this. We know that everything has a cause. Everything has a cause and an effect. We know this. We know this. We know that to create life, you need masculine and feminine energy. You need a male and a female. We know this. We know that we don't see with our eyes, we see with our brain. We know this. So whatever comes to the brain is reality. Whatever comes into consciousness is reality because we don't see nothing outside here. Everything is in here. No? You know what I'm saying? Like we all know before anything comes into creation, it comes into consciousness first. So why do we say people who suffer with, who not even suffer, who have the ability to see into different dimensions and different realities? Why do we say they are schizophrenic? Why do we not help them own their power? So rather than them being just an unconscious effect, they can literally become a conscious cause for their psychic abilities. Yeah, I just wanted to keep this one real short. I just wanted to introduce the laws, and then in the next one we can go deeper on how you can use these to navigate your life. But my name is Neo. We're in the Neoverse. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've taken something from it. And if this is your sort of content, please don't be afraid to subscribe, to follow, to like, to comment, to you know what it is. But yeah, catch you in the next one. Yeah.